I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, we are back, guys.
Hey,
let's get it. Show me those dance moves. What you got?
Whoa.
What you got, Hailey? All right.
What you got, Renegade? What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Floribama Shore After Show. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Dani B, and I am joined here with my amazing panelists. We've got CJ.
Let's
CJ
go,
Walker,
CJ in the building with the Renegade all
God.
day, every day.
and Miss Hailey.
Hey, guys.
How are you doing, Hailey? She's like, what?
She's like, let me get out of here.
Make sure that you guys stay tuned because we're going to get into all of the drama of the episode. We'll play our special segment, Shady Thoughts, get into some news and gossip and tweets, and you do not want to miss that. Now, before we get into everything, what were your overall thoughts on this insane episode?
Like you said, this episode was really insane. It got really deep, really fast. Yeah, that's what I thought about tonight.
This episode really made you want to take a nap. As in, it was just a lot happened.
What?
Emotionally, a lot just happened.
I don't know
Have
how
you
I
seen
could...
that meme where it's like that guy with the question marks everywhere? That was my reaction. How does it make you want to take a nap?
So much happened, what?
Kortni just made me want, that whole thing made me tired.
Well, yeah. It was a lot. I felt like I was, the whole time I'm like, what is happening now?
Yeah.
Because, at the beginning, it was, 3 different things happening. And they kept going back to, there's Gus with the girl. There's Kortni falling out on the floor. It was so much going on.
Yeah.
So we start off seeing them replay how Nilsa gets arrested. And it is hectic from then on out. In the cab, Kortni gets in and she starts, going berserk. And she was talking to herself at first, and I'm like, and she said, I'm not a bitch or something. Yeah. And Candace was like, who called you a bitch?
Yeah.
And that was funny to me. Not her breaking down, but that was funny to me. But she freaks out screaming about not caring about her life, and then it cuts, and it goes black. And then they say that Kortni shared details that they could not show. But we see Cody, break down in tears, and he said it's something that he never would have expected. What'd you guys think about that part?
I thought it was really cool of MTV to just respect her privacy.
Yeah.
But I was so curious. She was cursing at a producer first.
Was she?
Yeah. Telling them to get in the car.
Oh, yeah. She was.
I want to know, what triggered her, having the breakdown.
I think it was alcohol.
That was, a really weird event to witness. I don't know what to say about it because it's kind of touchy because she was apparently said some deep stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be this girl crazy.
Yeah.
Because she could be going through or she is going through stuff that made her do that, obviously. But yeah, I don't think that she should be on the show, honestly.
Shouldn't.
I don't think she's in the mental space to be on the show.
Yeah, I agree with you. So I really appreciated her saying, I need help. I need to leave. I thought that was big of her. And that was probably one of the most mature things she's done, since being on the show, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I could tell that something was not right with her, the entire...
since she got there.
Since season 1.
Oh, yeah.
You could tell that she's been through some stuff, and maybe that's why was acting crazy, always gets super drunk. But I don't think that she should be on the show anymore. Even future seasons.
I agree. I think it's too much for her.
I don't think that, yeah.
And I honestly think it's too much for her also because of her age. When you think about it, she's the youngest one. Cody's 27. So it's you've kind of gone through stuff, you've dealt with things, but she's so young going through so much stuff. I don't think that this environment is for her at her age.
Is she 22?
Yeah, I think she's 22.
Okay. That's a lot.
Yeah, for a 22-year-old. But while all of this is going on, we see Gussie Gus in the cab with 4 girls. And then he gets out and he's making out with girls. What did you guys think?
With his ripped shirt, I don't understand.
Oh,
how you make
gosh.
if you see your friend having a full-blown panic attack on the ground crying, and you just start like make out with a rando.
Gus is a savage. Like, I can see why he and Jeremiah were friends.
What?
Like, they both don't really care about other people.
Yeah, I can see
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Because I was thinking when that happened, wasn't he one of the main people, like, when stuff is going on, he felt like roommates hadn't
Weren't,
been there
like,
before?
having his back.
Yeah, or having his back. She's falling out on the floor, and he's kissing somebody and sending them off. I would have been like, all right, I'm going to holler at y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maddie is the only one that had her back, and she just met her.
Candace
And
did
Candace
too.
did too.
Yeah, Candace.
I was like, this is not
And
roommate
then
behavior.
Amy comes out.
Yeah.
She's like, "You just crying about Nilsa? I understand." I was like, "What?"
And she's like, no, she's not.
And then I don't know, but the thing is, I don't understand why Kodai freaked out. Like, that's what I don't get.
Well, Kodai said that it was something so intense, like he never would have imagined hearing that.
What he heard.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
apparently it was something like outrageous.
I knew when they showed that blank screen, like Kortni said something that she hasn't said before. I was like, why would they show that? I knew they were wanting us to go view more content somewhere else, because at the end of the show they're like, go watch the full interview and
Yeah.
what she talked about. I knew that was like a play for something.
I didn't even think that.
I didn't think about that either.
But I kind of don't like that, how they're kind of like trying to profit off of her pain in a way.
Yeah.
I don't like that. But Jeremiah just has an outburst, y'all. And
Yo,
it is
that
not.
confused me.
I was so confused, but I seem to always be confused by Jeremiah, it seems. He starts calling Aimee irate and freaks out on her. Like, and he says he's giving her wisdom.
He started like hitting his head.
Can someone explain what irate means?
Like, acting crazy irate.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Because I was like, wait. Well, I was like, does Amy know what irate means? Because I don't. And she's
College
like,
educated, guys.
Oh my gosh.
They need to strip your diploma from you.
I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
Just kidding. But that was just like, how was she acting irate? But it reminded me of how he was last time. Remember when Kortni was like, I'm gonna call my mom when Aimee got arrested. He was like, no. I'm like, flashback.
Yeah.
Like, did that remind y'all of the same thing?
It reminded me of when he got angry with Gus, just because I don't get he kind of freaks me out.
He just gets emotional for no reason.
But like he's too big to be like doing all that stuff. It kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
Scares you.
Yeah, like he's just too big to be having these like outbursts, as in physically. Like I feel like he could hurt somebody.
He won't. Because he's had
won't.
several chances, like several
Hurt himself, I
chances
don't
to
know.
like throw some
Honestly,
hands.
I don't think MTV went to the proper screenings to see if these people were sane, because
Or
clearly
maybe they
it's
were
not
just like,
working.
let's throw a crazy one in the butt.
Yeah.
Let's throw two. Like,
Let's throw the whole cast of crazy. But
let's make it a circus in here.
yeah.
Yeah, but Gus, y'all, I fell out when Gus ripped his shirt in the car and then came home like, all these females be after me. They own me. What did y'all think about that?
That made me so angry, just because why? Why you gotta lie? There's a camera in front of you. You're gonna look dumb.
Well, he was probably just drunk and forgot what happened.
You're not what? CJ.
He was probably like, they were pulling on me. Like,
So you make stuff up in your head when you're drunk, like
you
tipsy
just
a little bit?
may have forgotten.
He did not forget. He
Short
fully
term-
ripped his shirt like this.
Bro.
He did not.
Short-term
CJ,
memory.
I'm glad you're on his side. He's gonna need somebody on his side. But the next morning, Kortni has a breakdown. She's talking to
Nilsa?
Kirk,
Oh.
and she decides to leave and get help. And we already talked about that, but it was the next day, so I'm talking about it again. But I really am happy that she did that.
Yeah, I'm happy she did that too.
But the next morning, Candace and Aimee go and pick up Nilly the squid.
Nilly squad. Yeah.
Oh, what?
What did she say? Free the titties?
Free the Chi-Chis.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. So Nilsa remembers her own debit card. I need to do that.
Yeah, I thought
don't-
that was.
I don't
really
even know my
cool.
own phone number, so
What?
I don't.
Do you really not?
I don't.
Really?
I'm not.
But no, that's a skill that I need to learn.
Me too.
Yeah. But first of all, the whole situation with Nilsa was crazy. She could have avoided going to jail in the first place.
She could have.
Yeah.
I don't know why she kicked in that window.
'Cause
She
was
felt
drunk.
real.
She felt.
She's been drunk before and has never kicked out a window. I think she was just like, sometimes it's that one time you get drunk where it's like a mad drunk. Maybe it was a mad drunk. Because sometimes people, maybe she was on some Hennessy. Hennessy makes people want to fight. Okay, so I don't know.
I like how you enunciated the T at the end. Fight.
Maybe it was just like built up aggression.
Yeah, maybe. But
That
from
was-
not getting any guys all summer.
I guess so. Or like seeing Gus with girls.
And she was like, what'd she say? She talked about her experience in jail, but I don't remember what exactly she said.
She was
The
gonna
girl,
get
yeah.
a tattoo. Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Yeah, she did say she was gonna get tattooed. Oh, and then she like learned it was nothing. Never mind. I thought it was more entertaining. But.
Well, Nilsa called her mom, and I was like, I relate. Her mom said in the nicest voice, "I'm gonna beat your ass when you get back." And I was like, this is my mom.
That's funny.
If I called her and said that, my mom would be like, just know you have an ass whooping waiting for
Oh
you.
my god, that's
when you
the
get
worst.
back.
Yeah, that was crazy. And she's supposed to be like the golden child.
Yes.
That's funny.
The golden child had to tell her parents that she got hit with not one but 2 charges: exposure of sexual organs and disorderly conduct. Nilsa
don't-
said she didn't know boobs were organs.
Yeah, how? But I don't understand why that is still a thing. Why are boobs considered a sexual organ?
I don't know, bro.
The chi-chis. All 2020.
But like, if boobs are sexual organs, is a chest?
I guess not.
I mean, we're not doctors. I don't know.
Doctors.
I was just wondering.
Well, next we see Aimee and Dylan finally arrives. Everybody has been
so
waiting
excited.
for Dylan to get here, and I know I was waiting. Did Dylan look anything like what y'all thought he would
Not
look like?
at all. I'm
What-
happy.
Yeah.
You what?
I'm happy that he looks like that.
Yeah, he didn't look like how I expected him to look. I thought he was gonna look more like Kodai.
Really?
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't think that at all.
but like with darker features.
Well, I really didn't know because we've never seen her even like bring a guy or like a guy, so I didn't even
Yeah.
know her type.
Yeah.
But she
I
has a
knew
cute
they were gonna
type.
be. I
He's
knew they was
cute.
gonna be country.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
I love it.
He looks like a Southern boy.
Yeah.
Like deep in the South.
He is very nice looking, and they seem to be perfect for each
Yeah,
other,
they're really
honestly. Like, he's shy. I like my guys to be shy, not too friendly. I don't want you to be too friendly, period. That's when you get in trouble.
Period.
That's when you get in trouble. But he's shy, funny, and country. It's like a good little mix, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, because he's like really out there, and then they kind of balance each other out.
Yeah.
I
And
get
she
it.
was laughing the whole time. I'm like, I want that kind of love.
I think she just likes being loved.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Even
Can't
for
relate.
us single ones, we're like,
Can't relate. I was
Can't
like,
relate either.
But yeah, that was cool to see her just like smiling nonstop when
Carefree.
he was
yeah.
there. So
Girl, do you have a brother? Please send him.
Oh my god.
But at the end, we see Maddie and Jeremiah. Jeremiah asked Maddie on a date, which I thought was a step in the right direction because all season we've seen Jeremiah kind of like tiptoe and not really want to make the first
tiptoeing
move.
on my
Have they not been
Jordans.
on a date yet? I thought like they were on dates this whole time.
No, right?
But,
This is
like-
their first date.
Oh, well, like he's paid for. I don't know why I thought him paying for shots meant they went out on a date together.
What? Is that a date in your eyes?
No, I thought like them by themselves went out and like had drinks.
Nah, girl.
Well then apparently.
He said put it on my tab. That was it. But
And then what did the whole group do when they were on their date?
I think they were at home.
Or I thought they went out to eat or something.
Oh, yeah. They went out to eat, and that's where they started discussing Jeremiah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Gus kind of like, what we saw later on, Jeremiah kind of says he sees that he can't ever really reconcile with Gus because he sees that Gus still has like tension, like he's not fully over it. But Gus says that Jeremiah didn't apologize during the thing and was like, yeah, you
Do you
need to work
believe
on
that?
yourself.
Because
I
Gus,
believe it.
Gus can make. You just said Gus can make up stuff like
Yeah.
about the thing. Do
Yeah,
you
he
believe
can
that,
make
though?
up stuff, but I believe
see,
that.
like, Jeremiah, I can see him not doing that.
I can see him saying, yeah, you need to work on yourself. I feel like he's always like that. Always trying to tell people about themselves.
You don't think he apologized?
No.
Remember when that episode aired, we were like, okay, he didn't apologize, but he didn't need to apologize for anything.
Oh yeah,
at
he
that
didn't
second.
need to apologize.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
But yeah, I see him. Okay, you don't have to apologize, but don't be like, yeah, you do need to work on yourself. Because then I'm be like, you know what? Let me take my apology back real quick.
But okay, now that I'm like remembering stuff, Gus kind of deserved that response. So I think Gus is spinning it to make him look like the bad guy.
Yeah,
because Gus kind of did deserve that response because he was the one who was overreacting and he didn't need to work on himself because he like went after a random guy.
Yeah.
So I think he deserved that response. But I think the way that Gus is saying it is making it sound worse than it was.
I think Gus knows what he's doing, and he said it in the right situation when everyone's talking about him to make it like
he
go into that situation, like kind of correlate. But
especially
like y'all
with
situation,
like Maddie and Jeremiah not being there.
Yeah, like y'all situation didn't have anything to do with how y'all's relationship.
And weren't they cool though? Like they went to work out together.
Yeah,
they were, which is why I
get
think the conversation went decently.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't have been on talking terms if it didn't. So I think he's just spinning it now.
Yeah, and I agree with Jeremiah, though. I don't want to sound like I'm contradicting myself, but I agree with him. Gus isn't, I don't think they're ever going to really be able to reconcile. But sometimes, like, when you're friends with someone and it goes down that bad, it's like, I wouldn't even want to be friends again.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to come back together or anything.
Yeah, it's like I feel like it's better to just be like, okay, we're roommates.
It was
cool.
like a season.
Yeah.
A what?
It was a season like friendship.
Yeah. But Jeremiah explains to Maddie that he thinks his roommates don't accept him for who he is and want to change him.
Well, because he's wasn't nice to wait because he isn't very
socially conscious as they are.
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
that's a nice way to put it. I was going to say something a lot worse, but he's not very socially conscious.
Maybe he sees it like, well, my opinion, like we can have different opinions, but maybe they're like trying to open him up. Like, but do you see why what you're saying right now isn't right? Like socially when they have those type of conversations.
Yeah.
But I think that he's like, no one can like tell me about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, is he the only child? No, he's not.
No, he's a brother.
When he was homeschooled, I feel like, there's not a lot of people telling you you're wrong.
Right. Yeah.
You're not with, like, other mean kids.
Yeah. Or kids, period, just to be like, no, sir.
That's true.
But yeah, Maddie, at the end of the date, says that her feelings for him are growing fast, which I think is cool. I also think that Maddie is kind of trying to make Jeremiah feel better, but she hasn't fully seen him. So when she's like, well, I'm going to be conscious of that and like respect your opinion. But like I don't think she's like seen his opinion, like heard his opinion on certain things. Maybe that will like turn her off.
Yeah, they just met, so you don't really know a person. And like for the couple of weeks that they've known each other.
Yeah.
Like what has happened?
Or she could have the same mindset. You don't know that.
She did not see his meltdown.
Yeah. I, for some reason, don't see her having the same mindset, but she very well could.
Maybe, she just thinks she's cute.
Or she's just, like, smitten and is oblivious
Yeah,
to everything.
everybody has been in that position where it's like, that's my man, I'm sorry. Whatever you saying, like, you've been in that position. You've been in that position, I know.
Who?
You! Like, that's my girl. I don't care what you say about her.
I've never no.
I've been in that position. Maybe I'm stupid. But next, we're going to hop into our special segment. CJ got us with Shady Thoughts.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, CJ. We are going to be talking Shady Thoughts. That's basically, we talk about the shady moments or the shadiest thought, THOT, of tonight's episode. I guess I will start with you, Miss Hailey.
Oh, gosh.
Who or what was your shady thought? THOT.
When Gus is like shading Jeremiah in front of like the whole cast, there weren't
that was gonna be mine.
There weren't a lot of shady thoughts this episode.
There weren't.
Wait, can I switch it?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're just gonna choose them all.
Yeah.
yeah.
When he's making out with the girl in front of like Kortni having a meltdown,
that was a good one.
That was gonna be our next one too. All right.
Pick a third one, sir.
It's your turn.
Well, my shady thought is Kirk asking Aimee, what have you done to her? when Nilsa goes to jail, I'm like, oh my gosh, trying to play like Aimee going to jail had something on Nilsa's savagery when she kicked out that window. Yeah. Maybe it rubbed off on her. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Hailey took both of my shady thoughts. I was going to say when Gus was making out with the girl and was ignoring everything, but it's been said. But let me guys know what your shadiest thought or who your shadiest thought was in the comments below. We'd love to chat with you guys and like reply and stuff. We read them all the time. But yeah.
Next, we're gonna get into some news and gossip. Our girl Hailey.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Yes. So I found this tweet this tweet happened a couple weeks ago, where it's with Maddie and Jeremiah. It was like a video of them kissing. So, and then Gus like commented under saying how like they all warned Jeremiah was weird, but you have to wait till the end of the season. So I feel like this whole like relationship is gonna go like south.
Yeah.
Because they always keep like saying she hasn't seen the real him.
Yes. Gus says, we all warned Maddie about Jeremiah, but some people have to learn the hard way. You will see before the season ends.
And then it says some other stuff.
Yes, yeah, some other stuff, but it looked like he's trying to be smart with in the kissy face. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know how long this relationship is gonna last.
Yeah, I think she's too mature. Yeah.
Yeah. Is she older than him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, don't date the young ones, I guess.
What?
Next up.
So. As we talked about earlier in the episode, they did promote like Kortni having her own, I guess, interview or therapy session.
Did any of you guys watch that?
We didn't have time.
Yeah.
So she said, tonight was a very emotional episode for me. After I left the shore house, I wanted to share my story with all of you. On this journey, I've learned that you only have to love yourself and that mental health should be your number one priority and that it's okay to ask for help. You can watch my full interview on Facebook, link in bio. And then she gave the National Sexual Assault Hotline.
And it looks like that's Dr. Drew. So
I was gonna say, is that Ellen?
No,
because it looks like the Ellen chair.
You know, Dr. Drew. He's like the person that does all of the kind of therapy sessions and stuff on MTV. So it probably was a good session.
I knew it was gonna be something like that. I knew that.
Okay. What we got next, girl?
Okay, so he is so shady. He keeps like tweeting out bad things that people tweet about Jeremiah on his Twitter.
What do you mean?
So somebody said, once again, Jeremiah wants everybody to think he's an angel, but his actions show the truth. Maddie is too good for you, dude. Gus was only replying to Kirk about what drama happened this season. He wasn't being negative. So they were talking about a recent tweet, but he's basically like shading Jeremiah, and you see his pinned tweet is him with the boys, and Jeremiah's not even in it.
Well, because they're not. I think he's just like upset about the whole situation. It's just being like petty and sensitive. It's
maybe
probably a
more
Pisces.
Right. Probably a Pisces, all them emotions. But maybe more will be revealed, or maybe he's just like rewatching this and is like, I'm mad again. I'm mad all over again.
That's real though.
I'm big mad.
Well, thank you so much for the tweets, honey.
News and gossip was dope.
It was lit. Next, we're going to get into some predictions.
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
What do you guys think is coming up?
Well, we already saw that Jeremiah is going to be having some girls all over him, and Maddie is going to not be happy. This is probably going to be the episode where that relationship ends, I think.
That's so weird because he has like no game though. I don't understand that at all.
I mean, but like he's like an attractive person, so I can see how girls will want to go to him. But then he probably just like close his mouth, and they'll just like.
Here's my thing. I think that Jeremiah is gonna mess up his chances with Maddie when his brother comes, because I think that every time his brother comes, he's a different person. Maybe he's like more confident because he has someone that he knows from home, but he totally acts out.
Wait, was his brother?
Yeah, it's his brother. Every time, like even last season, when his brother came and the stuff happened with Nilsa, like he just acts different to me.
Yeah, I think
acts
it's like
brand new.
A sibling.
Yeah, he's gonna let himself acting different mess up his chances with Maddie. She's a good girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that wraps it up for this episode, guys.
Wait, you forgot your prediction.
I just did my prediction.
Oh.
That wraps it up for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Where can they find you, CJ?
You guys can find me everywhere at ICJ Walker, even on TikTok, because I'm a TikToker. Let's do it. Renegade, renegade, renegade.
Hey guys, you can find me everywhere at Hailey Matthews.
You guys can find me everywhere at the Dani B. Thank you for joining us. We love
Later,
you.
guys.
See you next week.
See ya.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.